One of the biggest mistakes I see cryptocurrency investors make is thinking that you can be in the crypto sector and venture anywhere out of the top couple most valuable coins when ranked by coin market cap, like Bitcoin and Ethereum, and think that you can still be successful unless you're just going to be blindly, confidently holding long term. Today I want to go over balancing cryptocurrency investing, trading, and any other forms of it, whether that's, mining or doing DeFi functions, right? Providing liquidity. There's so much you can do in crypto to turn your time into money, as well as get your capital deployed, working for you, get your money making you more money, get your coins earning you more coins. My name is Vosk. I don't know everything, but I've learned a couple things, especially the hard way, and just some of the things I've coupled with being in crypto that have been just some of the worst moves ever. So fun fact number one, we're finally in our home that I've been building for 3 years. I can tell you that building a home was one of the worst moves I could have possibly ever made. Being a full-time crypto degen, being a business owner, just period. It was so incredibly just taxing and much more expensive than I anticipated. And it led me to make some poor moves, poor trades, and just poor decisions that I would not have done otherwise. And that's really frustrating, whether it's, getting up to the minimum to get started on that stuff. But that's not really the point of this video. I am, excited to just finally be here, out here on the farm full time, all that stuff. When I really think of the average cryptocurrency investor getting into altcoins, right? All these alternate cryptocurrencies, these coins other than Bitcoins, or the lovely term that many use, shitcoins. So if you're shitcoining, and this thing's low cap at all, right? And what's low cap? To be frank, low cap, depending on how you want to describe it, is a lower market cap. Anything under $1 billion, all right, starts to be a lower cap coin. And if it just skyrocketed up there, you can still consider it a low cap. For example, like when all the degens sent Pepe coin over $1 billion market cap. Freaking crazy. But my point here being, if you're going to be in those and not follow them closely, then what's the point? Okay, because these cryptocurrencies are normally new, they're unproven, right? And just like new businesses, the majority of them fail within their first couple years. So will most cryptocurrencies, because they are more or less just a new business, depending how you want to look at it. It depends. A token, absolutely. Cryptocurrency, blockchain, and protocols, say more akin to Bitcoin. That's a little bit different and more autonomous. That doesn't mean that the lifeblood won't, really kind of be potentially sucked out of it and so forth. To just reiterate this very simply, you need to follow these projects closely. It's not like, oh, I'm just gonna go on this trip for a month and everything's so great, la-di-da. Like, no, dude. These guys, maybe they rug, maybe they're messing up. You can be in their social groups. You can figure out what's going on, what's going right, what's going wrong, and maybe you should either see some of the bad signs, pull the plug, pull out, cut the losses, and you move on to invest or fight another day. Obviously, none of this is financial advice, though. I'm really just talking about things I've done and learned over the years personally. Third mistakes that new crypto investors make is invest in amount of money you actually care about. Like, do you care about $100? Probably. But do you care enough to check frequently, to be engaged and be involved? If the answer is no, then it's not enough. Personally, I've noticed if I put a dollar amount in that I just don't care about, 10, 20, $100, right? And I don't want to come off the wrong way like some douche. Obviously I care about $100. I don't want to lose $100. But I'm not going to follow a project super closely over $100. I'm investing larger sums in other projects. And I've just realized that if this project is not motivational enough, inspiring enough to me to put a substantial sum in. Hey, see you later, dear. If it's not enough for you to be actively tuned in, involved, and engaged, then then it's just not worthwhile. What you're going to do is get disconnected, and either you're going to end up in a I've noticed over time I end up in a great spot because I was disconnected and things went great, and the value of it went up significantly. Or it went terrible and imploded, it rugged, it blew up, whatever. By the time I kind of think about it or look deep in my portfolio or scroll down farther on my portfolio tracker, I see this thing and I'm like, what happened here? I don't know, but it was a bad investment. Numero cuatro. Okay, so yeah, I did take 5 years of Spanish, but the second you stop speaking it, you forget it all. Number 4 sounds simple, but you have to actually just generate or find these sources that are actually good and actually valuable. Shameless plug, I'm one of them. And number 4 is going to be utilizing news resources, data aggregators, people spending a bunch of time reading through information, trying to be on the cutting edge, condensing information, and putting it into a bite-sized quantity format for you. For example, one of the formats, we've done here and there, but we're rolling it out as just a reoccurring segment moving forward, is basically like 10 cryptocurrency news events like you need to know about or are important, whatever, whatever way you want to describe that for like a title, right? News blast. I'm spending all day working on this, researching this, and I'm like, this is important, this is important, this is important. These things are important for different things. The long-term viability of cryptocurrency. Maybe this is a huge pump signal for this cryptocurrency. Maybe this is a big sell signal. Maybe this is an emergency warning, whatever. And if you're working your 9 to 5, especially depending on what you do, you may not have the ability, the opportunity to be sitting there all day like some other people can, and they're reading all this, and then they're turning around and turning it into content, right? Well, why do I do this? So for me, I love this stuff. It's fun, it's engaging. This allows me to, one, monitor everything I'm personally doing, my personal investments and so forth, turn around, make videos here on YouTube. Hopefully we have a video sponsor that generates some money for VoskCoin or some coins, obviously a little bit of YouTube ad revenue. And above all, it's fun, it's community building, and as a content creator, you're only as valuable as your community. So if I can't provide value, then nobody sticks around. What's the point of even, yelling at the camera all day, right? And it's not just about a shameless plug to subscribe to VoskCoin. It's about finding some news sites, and I'm not gonna plug anyone here. I don't have an agenda or anything. Like you need to get out there and read some websites, watch some other content creators, and be like, okay, I like what they're doing. I think that's good. I think that's genuine. That information is helpful. They've had good calls, good takes. Really, number 4 is just creating a good input feed of information, right? You need to have a good data line. Right? What do you think the terminal is on Wall Street, right? This news flying across, cutting edge. These guys are reading this, deciphering that, and then they're trying to make bleeding edge trades. Being early, being first is always the best. It's winning. Getting into a better position makes your exit strategy so much better with really everything, obviously, right? But that's one of those things that's easier said than done. Speaking of an exit strategy, let's talk about number 5. Another mistake that I made as a new cryptocurrency investor. I got into a couple crypto positions, especially in the 2017 bull run, that for me astronomically increased my net worth. I'm talking 10x in my net worth or more. But that was just on paper. I watch these numbers fly up. I'm like, this is crazy. This is so cool. Yes. Am I making it? Yes. You're euphoric. And then a couple months later, I wanted to myself because every day I was losing 10% of my net worth until my net worth was not shit yet again. I didn't have an exit strategy. Number 5 is an exit strategy. I cannot stress this enough. You need to know when you're getting out, at least to some degree, right? Even if it's a partial exit, keep a percentage for your moon bag, whatever. But you gotta know, when is enough enough? It sounds so simple, and so many people wanna put it off, but you would probably just be astonished if you knew the numbers, if you've seen the data, if you've talked to the people that won big, but never secured the bag. If you don't take profits, then you'll never truly win. You know, one of my best trades in history was
hello darkness, my old friend.
Turned into like a 2x or 3x or something, which that sounds cool, but it was like a 15x. I guess that's not my best trade in history, but it was my first big, great trade. Well, to close out number 5, right, exit strategy, right, have some percentages, right? You hit 80% of all-time high, and you're up from that position because you got in way lower, maybe sell 25%. You get to the all-time high, I secure some profits. I really like to secure the money that I put in. So if I put in, say, 10 grand, I get to 20 grand, I cash out 10 grand, and I let the other 10 grand ride, right? If this can really take me to the promised land, sweet. And if it all goes to zero, well, I'm still good because I'm evened out. I'm completely straight on that number. Determining your exact exit strategy is up to you. It's whatever you want to do. If you need some help, encouragement, coaching, and inspiration, make sure to join the VoskCoin Discord server. And if you're old school like me, post a thread on VoskCoin Talk, our community forum. Going to number 7, it kind of builds on number 6. Number 7 is like realizing that the hot project of this cycle may not be hot the next cycle. It may not even be here. What does that mean, right? One of the coins I've been referencing was actually NEO in 2017, formerly Ant shares. Some people got ridiculously rich. I was fortunate to have made some money from that. I had a decent entry point. NEO was really popular back then. Next cycle, nobody cared. Who's NEO? The guy from the Matrix? Nobody talks about it. Nobody cares. Old tech, old coin, whatever. They suck now or not interesting, or it just never came back, really. You go to the next cycle, you wonder, like, some of these coins have, absolutely skyrocketed. But how far can they go and how far can they come back, right? You think of like Solana, it's tainted by all of the FTX Alameda stuff. Does that mean that, it's done? It's old news for the next cycle? Or is it going to run again? I don't know, but I do know that I cash out in the bull run. Either, into stable coins, a little bit of dirty dollars, gross. And majority, Bitcoin, ETH. Those coins are here to stay, whether you love them or hate them. And if those coins fail, especially BTC, cryptocurrencies pretty much failed. So my focal point moving forward is retreating into those, really, three categories, right? Bitcoin, ETH, as well as stable coins, right? And then I get back into my expanded portfolio position, where I'm in these smaller coins, a couple $1 billion market caps, in the hundreds, $1,000 market caps, $10 million market caps, a couple moon bags. We see where this really goes. Try to be early on all that. I'm a certified shitcoiner. I love low cap coins. You can just, make ridiculous, returns on them. At least I've been fortunate to do that a few times. But oh my God, they can truly go to zero, quicker than you just can even fathom.
$68 trillion. And now the market, it went to zero.
Bitcoin's not going to zero. Ethereum's not going to zero. So really my point here is just to not be so blindly believing in certain projects that may be the flavor of the month, but next cycle we're going to be like, who dat?
Who are you?
Number 8 is a fun one, waiting on your friends. Some of my worst moves in my trading and investing history have been made around my IRL friends, my in real life friends, people I tried to get into cryptocurrency with, people I tried to start a mining farm with. Look, if they ain't got it, they ain't got it. And do not sit there wasting your time trying to tell somebody why they should get into crypto. I mean, if you want to talk to them about it, sure. If they're truly interested, sure. But don't sit there just, campaigning, trying to convince them. The cryptocurrency sector doesn't need them, so don't waste your time. It especially sets you up for the crybabies. They put $100 in, it goes down 25%, and they're like, dude, I'm like down huge. I'm like, bro, you lost lunch. Shut up, man. I've seen people lose millions of dollars. I've seen people lose sums that they themselves over, and that's awful. And I hope that you never get there and do that. be lying if I haven't thought about it after making some missteps in my history when it comes to investing. I mean, it's all digital. It's weird. I mean, just like that, you can lose it all if you're risking it all. Obviously, you're more aggressive, you can get better returns, but I mean, just evaporating all your hard work in one bad trade, oh my God, it's beyond nightmare fuel. So be careful. We'll call it number 9. This is a marathon, not a sprint. Pace yourself. Don't get overextended. Say, if you lost all of this, would this put you in a terrible spot mentally? Would this put you in a risky spot mentally? Does this leave you naked, overexposed? If the answer is yes, scale it back a little bit. You're gonna have more time. I know how it feels to want to be way further ahead in life than I am. It can really be a all-consuming feeling, like you're running and you're running, but everybody just keeps getting further ahead of you. It's tough. It sucks. In this digital world, everything's connected. It's easy to open up TikTok and you see this kid and he looks like he's got everything. Well, one, I can assure you that material things are not everything, period. A lot of these influencers, so I'm a content creator. Your boy ain't no influencer. It's ridiculous. They live these facetious lives. It's fake as hell. If you're so cool and happy, you don't need to brag about shit. That's not happiness. And to round this out with number 10, I just want to call it stay the course, okay? If you get into this and you're hyped, you're excited, and you believe in it, there's going to be things that just make you feel terrible. This month, you think the government's banning it. Next month, you think it's just, quantum is going to break it, right? Oh, quantum computing, we're over. It's over for us now. Somebody turns out to be a scammer, and you thought that they, were a good individual in the space or company, whatever. Just stay the course. By staying the course and never leaving the cryptocurrency sector, I've yielded the best fruits of my labor possible. I've yielded the best returns. I really can't understate this. I've seen so many people over the years, and I haven't been doing this since the beginning of time, right? But I guess I'm going on year 7 in cryptocurrency with essentially a full-time focus. The guys that leave, they normally don't ever make it, and they oftentimes come back. They gave up on Bitcoin at $1,000 or $2,000 or $80 Ethereum, but now they're back buying in at $2,000 and $20,000-$30,000. You're doing too much. You could literally just do nothing. Obviously nothing's guaranteed and nobody knows, but I don't know who doesn't believe in Bitcoin and Ethereum from just their fundamental values at this point. If you really take time to sit there and research it and learn about it, these are revolutionary. These are financial leaps. Like, this is cool. I don't want to sound like I'm in a cult or something, but oh my God, if we can take the monetary power away from the governments, the people just got so much stronger. I like my country, okay? But I don't like this fucking government. Hell no. I support my fellow men and women, but you gotta understand that a lot of these jokers in office are exactly that. Scammers, schemers. Absolutely misguided, influenced, controlled. It's disgusting. But to round this out with something cute, how about Tails? The CCO, the VoskCoin YouTube channel, that's our chief cutie officer here. Tails Vosk is also the owner of VoskCoin. My name is Drew Vosk. I work here. I'm the guy that yells at the camera and also gets yelled at behind the camera. It's quite a lifestyle. So I need to get back to it. You may notice in my background there's a tree. I need to see if I can get out the way, or simply I'm gonna have to cut it, but it's a hardwood and I don't want to cut hardwoods. I need to destroy these pines. I don't actually want to destroy the forest. I just want to replace them with hardwoods, because hardwoods are great trees, and pine trees, they just have a tendency to snap. So hey, hope you have a good one. Hope you stick around, and even if you don't, I hope fortune favors you. I'll see you on the other side.